would just inform you that 1 week from today, whatever that means, we'll be sitting here and I will basically complete this talk. It'll be whole in itself, but everything that we're going to learn is part of a greater whole. And in truth, the way in which an individual grows in the real meaning of this possibility we have to be integrated into a broader order of existence, all such growth is a process of what seems to be two separate things, which is revelation and realization. But they're really one thing. Revelation and realization are really one thing. So I want to tell you a story, and I'm going to be telling a lot of stories over the next week. And you're going to have to reach for them. That's why I asked you to look as awake as you could possibly look, which means my stories are doomed. Because on one hand, they're the simplest of stories, and on the other hand, they are the deepest of stories. Here's the first story for you. There was once a woman who was known in her small community as being a fearless individual. Not fearless in the sense of going out and trapping bears or doing things that are life-threatening, although if called to do so, there was no reluctance on her part, because she would always rise to serve the greatest good that the moment asked. But she was fearless in the sense that it didn't matter what the moment presented to her, whether it was at home with friends over a meal or at a town council meeting or whatever it was that her civil and social life called for. And part of this unique quality that made her known sort of as the elder grandmother of the village, of the community, is that there was a compassion in her that somehow was connected to her absolute ability to be present to whatever the moment was requiring, and her almost flawless response. Not that she was perfect, because you should strike from your mind altogether the idea that a human being can be perfect. A human being can learn to love perfectly. But even an individual with perfect love is not a perfect human being. Something we'll examine. So one day, and you would have thought it would have taken place sooner, one of the young men who was attracted to her character because he himself understood there was something missing in his own, but not that he judged himself. You know, when a person is able to see something beautiful, they don't judge themselves for being ugly. They see something beautiful and it stirs in them a similar quality, and it is that stirring within themselves that moves them to seek out the very thing that's been stirred. And this is why he was drawn to this elderly woman.